So one of the things that's near and dear to me is that every 4th of July, I do read the Declaration of Independence, and I started it about 5 years ago in our offices in California. This year we did it here in Texas. So people ask me, why do I read the Declaration of Independence? Well, um, one of the things is that hopefully my English isn't too bad, so a lot of people don't realize that I was not my first language. I was actually born in Mexico. I came here when I was 5 years old to Southern California. Grew up with a family of six, seven. There was four sisters and myself and my mom and dad. Never made a whole lot of money. My dad, he was a iron steel worker, and when I was 16 in Southern California, both my parents had had enough. They really weren't. My father had lost his job and couldn't really afford to stay, so he decided to move the family back to Mexico to a piece of property that he owned and built a house there, so he wouldn't have any debt. Um, but he asked me, he says, son, you're working full time, you're going to high school, do you want to stay? And of course, my answer was, of course, Dad. I don't want to go to Mexico. I don't see a future there. My future is here. And I stayed, and which was good, except for my calculation was that I would be able to, rent an apartment or do something to live in. Well, unfortunately, when you're 16, nobody will rent an apartment to you. So I ended up living with friends and family a little bit here and there, bounced around, lived in my car for a little while. When I was 18, I'd had enough. I got my high school diploma and basically joined the Air Force. I became a U.S. Air Force weatherman. So I was a weather specialist for 8 years. That's really where I got my a lot of my education because believe it or not, I wanted to be a cook. That's really what I wanted to be when I went to the Air Force. The recruiter said, "You're too smart for that. I can't have you be a cook. You're going to be a weatherman." Never thought about being a weatherman, but that worked out great. I spent 8 years in the Air Force. Loved my 8 years in the Air Force. But when I got out, I really wanted to do something on my own. I wanted to start a business. And over the years, I've run many businesses. Um, I've done some consulting work. I've done some advertising work. I've done a little bit of everything. But in 1996, when a good friend of mine said, "Hey, I think you'd be good for this business. You should go interview with this company. They're hiring." I thank them to this day because the day I got hired in this business is when I really found my niche. Sometimes you work hard all your life and never find what you want to do. I've been asked before, what would you do if I wasn't doing this? And I don't know because I love what I do. I love helping people each and every day. Um, it's an exciting time to be in the financial business as we're growing like crazy. Um, and that's really my story. I came from nothing, worked hard. I tell my kids all the time, you got to work hard. You got to have faith that things are going to work out for you if you treat people right, um, you know, treat them with respect, and just put in the hours. And that's what we've done. And at Starfox Financial, I believe that wholeheartedly is that we're here for the client and we work our tails off and try to do the best we can for them. And I think the results in the long run is that people want to be around people that work hard. I believe that.